okay, we're not on the Autobahn, I can't just launch it at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Driving a GT40. Oh my god! Oh my god, guys! Today is insane. It's up there on the list of very insane things that I've had the privilege to do over these last few years. So right now we're in the weapon that is Kevin Estimer on the way to a place called Le Mans Coupe. So as the name suggests, if a car is from the 60s and 70s, has a V8 in it, and has raced at some point, these guys have probably worked on it. And I got a message the other day from the guy who runs it, a guy called Ollie, who said, Jimmy, do you fancy driving one of our GT40s down to the Nürburgring for your next ZLS race?
Yeah, boy!
As you can imagine, my reaction was something. I harp on about it a lot, but the GT40 is without a doubt my favourite car of all time, and I've been trying my best for a very long time to drive one. I've been a passenger in one. It was an amazing experience, but I've never driven one before. So yeah, this is a day that I've been waiting for a very long time.
Hamburger.
It's like just here on the left, randomly. Look. I love this place. There it is, you can just about see it. Just doing some final touches to it. Yeah! Right, and the man responsible for all this is this man. Here, Ollie, hold it. How you doing, mate? You good?
Yeah, really well. How are you getting on?
Yes, a lot better than I was this morning. Let's start that one more time because my camera does not want to focus.
What was wrong this morning?
My dog's everywhere. Right. But the man that made this all happen is Ollie. Ollie, mate, hello. Thank you, first of all, before I say anything else. This is an amazing opportunity. Secondly, you've got to tell me about this car. I want every detail. I want power figures. I want what the hell is it? Anything you can tell me about it.
Yeah, no problems. Well, firstly, thanks for being involved and taking it to the Nordschleife. Hopefully, it'll be a lovely adventure for you. So yeah, this is our Superformance GT40, which is a continuation car from the original 60s GT40s. So built under license by Sapphire. It's got a GT40P chassis number, so a continuation series chassis number, and built from the original drawings. So it is a GT40 in every aspect, only it was built now, not in the 60s. So clients can spec their own engine. Recently there's been a trend towards larger capacity engines. So in period, a Mark II would run a 7-litre engine. That's what we've gone for in this car. So it's 500 brake, 600 foot-pounds of torque, various tunes and various different engine specifications. You can get around between 450 and 550 brake horsepower. The most popular engine we've done is a 347 CI, so a 5.7 litre, but we can do the 289s, 302s as well.
So it's pretty serious then.
Yeah.
And of course, doesn't need saying, no TC, no ABS, nothing like that. It's just a proper, it's a race car for the road, right?
100%, 60s race car, warts and all, on the road. So yeah, none of that stuff. But what you do have underneath you is a chassis that Ford spent $30 million on in period. And I looked it up actually yesterday. That's nearly $300 million in today's money. It talks to you through your bum. So it's always communicating. There's no snap oversteer. It's a very predictable chassis. And I think that's why it was so successful through Le Mans.
My first time driving anything like this. Well, I've driven Alex's Mustang, but this is another level.
Yep.
Any tips?
Well, no, funnily enough, I saw that video and that's where I saw your love for GT40s, I think. So I was like, you got to have a go. The best bit of advice my dad ever gave me when I started driving these back in, I think, 2007, he pulled me over to the side of the road, he goes, right, stop. Grab it by the scruff of the neck and tell it what to do. As soon as you take ownership of the car, okay, they're high value items, etc., but they really like being told what to do. So as soon as you take ownership of the driving experience, totally transforms it and it becomes an amazing car to enjoy.
Speaking of value, this isn't an original.
No.
how much would one of these run me? If I was feeling very flush and I came to you and I want to buy one of these GT40s, what would you charge me?
So it depends on where you're at. We've got pre-used cars, or pre-loved cars, I think they call them, starting at around 175, going north from there. If you would come to me today and say, I want a car to your spec, the starting price, inclusive of that on the road, is about £250,000. You can go north from there. There are some options. If you have a smaller engine option, you might be able to save a little bit. But yeah, that's the ballpark.
Now, that is obviously a lot of money.
Yes.
But how much would this be worth if this was an original GT40?
I think if you found one under 5 million today, you're probably doing really well. Maybe 3 million, I don't know, but there's certainly multiple millions for the originals. I mean, 1075, which was a 2-time Le Mans winning car, went for $25 million, if I'm correct.
Word.
Last time it sold many years ago, so I think it's phone numbers. You take your pick.
Last question,
Yeah.
how big's the fuel tank? Because it's a long journey.
yeah.
And what's the MPG on this thing?
I think the capacity of the fuel tanks are relevant. It's how heavy is your right foot. That's the question. No, you're about 70 litres, so you should get about 200 miles per tank motorway cruising. Hopefully you get a chance to enjoy. Well, hopefully you get the chance to enjoy the autobahn and stretch it out a little bit. So see what that comes to. So yeah, it's you know they are thirsty, but you don't buy this car for you know, fuel efficiency. You buy it for everything that it is.
Amazing. Well, thank you, mate.
Yeah, no problems.
I'm looking forward to getting into it now.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you enjoy it.
This is a very, very surreal moment. Right, now you told me the startup procedure. Do I remember it? Let's find out. So it's in gear, take it out of gear, disarm. We're gonna turn the key. Everything's going. Oh! Never the thing! Okay. Alright, he did tell me it's going to get hot in here, so we're going to turn the fan on straight away. Handbrake off. Reverse lockout down. Cool. My first time with a GT40, oh my god. Oh my god. Off we go. Holy hell. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so tense right now. Oh. I'm gonna feel all those drain covers in this thing. I feel so like, I don't know what to feel right now. I just feel fucking gleeful, honestly. I'm driving a GT40. I am driving a GT40. Oh my god! I feel so like exposed at the moment. Right now I'm getting some hot air blown at me as well. This car doesn't do well just sort of scooting along in traffic like this. It is warm in here. Don't know how long the GoPro's going to last, don't know how long this is going to last, but oh my god. Even just cruising along, you get this like sense that behind you is this just gigantic explosion waiting to happen. Woo! Oh my god, there's just so much torque. That's 3,000 RPM. I feel like I'm about to take off. Holy hell. I feel like I have to be so deliberate with everything I do, you know. And the car feels impatient. I'll give it a little squeeze when we get onto the motorway and just see what it's like, but obviously this car has over 500 horsepower, 600 foot-pounds of torque, and tyres that are basically in the style of as they were. Just even the smallest touch on the throttle. You're in the UK, we're not on the Autobahn, I can't just launch it at 1 million miles an hour. I don't know what to say other than the holding shut in 4th gear. This is insane to me, driving this thing on a public road like it's, I mean it's allowed of course, it's a road legal car, but it just doesn't feel right. And this is rapid, this is geared to about 180 miles an hour. And you know, a Tesla would definitely beat you to 100, but beyond that, it's getting left behind. What an experience. Oh my god, I'm getting a bit emotional honestly. Every now and then you get hit with this wave of heat from the car and all the stuff around you. It's not a cool place to be in here. There's an airflow, but it's definitely warmer in here than it is outside, you know.
Target acquired.
You've got to do it for him, you know. This is what £200,000 buys you. Now I know that's a very, very big figure, a life-changing amount of money. But when you consider the alternative, 5 million minimum, what he said, this sort of thing makes a lot more sense. And you get the same experience, if not maybe a little bit improved, with some slight tasteful modernisation. And honestly, it doesn't feel too, I mean, apart from the obvious, it's hot, it's noisy, and you know, you don't spend the money on this car to have a chill experience. It's fairly easy, it's driving, it's no complaints from the car at all at this speed, just driving around. It doesn't care. I can't tell you what this means to me. I know for some, it's just a car, you know, but this is a car that I've lusted after for as long as I can remember. For as long as I've been a fan of cars, I've loved this car. It's the first thing that like sparked that initial joy in me, that initial, oh my god, like that. I love that. I need to know more about it. And getting to drive one, getting to feel the power, the noise, the experience of actually driving a GT40 is, well, it's a dream come true, honestly. I can't think of any other way of saying it. Sorry, I'm taking this guy, shouldn't I? Like, I know I'm not sitting here revving this thing out to buggery and doing 180 miles an hour down this motorway. I'm not that person, you know. This isn't a racetrack. But every now and then you just get to feel it. And I've never felt anything like it. So an amazing first introduction to the GT40, but the real challenge lied just ahead. 350 miles of driving from my home in the southeast of England over to the Nürburgring for our race in the NLS. It's not just me driving down. I was joined by my pregnant girlfriend, Annie. So we're really testing out the comfort and the longevity of a GT40 over these next few hours. But first stop is the Channel Tunnel, so we can get over to mainland Europe. But I had the realization that this car might be quite difficult to fit on the train. I think we're gonna fit, maybe.
We're only little.
We're only a little. I'm just more worried about, like, it has these massive, like, canards on the side of them. Like those little pointy out bits at the front,
Yeah, I saw those.
and I'm a bit wary about those.
Are they for aero?
Yeah, I guess so. Just to keep the front on the ground a little bit, because the thing lifts up as you sort of go at speed, but not essential.
The ankle slicers.
It is, they are. Also, this thing has an awful turning circle, so I don't think I can do that.
Oh, yeah.
So this is why I wanted to record this bit, to show you the suffering.
Oh, we're going up in there as well. Oh, my god. Help. Oh, yeah. Put us down there.
Yes, if that's possible, yeah.
Yeah. Excellent hand manoeuvring.
Oh, now this is the bit I haven't been looking forward to. Oh, that wasn't me, right? There's like a bit in Top Gear a long time ago where I think like Jeremy Clarkson had some sort of ridiculous car and was like, how fast can I go in here?
What, in the Eurotunnel?
Yeah, he's like, oh no, stop. This would be a Larry car to do that in.
Oh, it would sound so good though, wouldn't it?
Right, so you join our journey a little way into it. Right now, just loaded into the Channel Tunnel, and oh my god, it is hot in that thing.
It is like a constant sauna. Like you get in and you know in a sauna, you're like, oh, it's actually quite nice. And then after like an hour, you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Not so good. Yeah, we found the AC button. It sort of works, but not really. So we're trying to figure out what's best now for sort of the rest of the trip. So it's only about an hour and a half to get here, but it's been hot and difficult. That's the reason why I'm wearing a black shirt. It does look very cool in here though. So it's about, I think, like 300 miles or so by the time we get to the other side. So it's a fair whack. This thing at motorway speed is lovely. Until then, not so much. Very difficult driving around at slow speed. It's always wanting to go. But it is f***ing cool though. What are your thoughts so far?
I think like a lot of people who don't even know what the car is are still even like, holy, and like it looks, you've seen them online, right? You've seen them, you've driven them, you've seen pictures of them, but like in real life, they are so like, it's like a unicorn. Like that's what it's like. You drive past it, and like as lucky as we are to be in it, I was saying I can't even imagine what it's like to be driving past it on the motorway. Like it must be crazy. But yeah.
How you finding little dingus? Having a good time? Yeah.
Dingus's little first little road trip.
This guy, this little shithead in here, is in a GT40 already. It took me 33 years. Also worth noting, we have a support car with us and my friend Ben, also co-owner of a Britzy. So basically he's got all our luggage in because we tried putting luggage in this morning and we basically found out there's only room for 2 small bags and you can't get anything anywhere else. I'll try and show you guys. So yeah, down here is 1 bag. That's Annie's footwell, and yeah, that's it. Nothing else. No room for anything else.
I don't think we would have fit your massive helmet in there either.
En cas d'incident détecté dans votre compartiment, vous entendrez ce signal.
Roughly 5 hours once we get off the train here. 451 kilometres, which is roughly this many miles. So here we are. Just pulled up at the service station in France to do something we're going to be doing a lot on this journey, which is fill the car up. That is, how long we got? 5 hours. You ready, Annie?
I'm ready, let's go.
Well, like, it's a beautiful day, it's a bit warm in here, but I don't really care, to be honest. And we've got 5 hours of motorway loveliness in the coolest car I've ever made, if we're being honest.
And the Autobahn.
Yeah, an Autobahn, yeah. Got a starter should mean to go on, you know. This I can deal with.
Yeah, me
Like
too.
sitting here doing this is much nicer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I kind of feel like actually we're like in a car that's usable now.
Yeah.
That's the thing about this car is it's obviously it's amazing. It's there's no concessions are made for this car, you know. It is a purpose-built well, it's a race car for the road, and you feel that, you know.
Was it built originally to be a road car or a race car?
The whole car was built to beat Ferrari at Le Mans.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So like it's built as a race car.
I hope we see a Ferrari on the way there.
I hope we see a Ferrari soon. Gonna have to bully it, aren't we? It's just effortless for this car, it really is. And this is where the car really just came into its own. Just cruising at motorway speeds, pretty much what felt like at idle. Sunny day, beautiful girl next to me in my dream car. The miles just peeled away. And before I knew it, we were already in Belgium for yet another fuel stop. Sync, clap, there you go. So we're about at the halfway stage. Car is going well. I will say one thing though, even with the newly found AC, it is warm in there. It's it feels about as warm as driving an actual race car, which is, you know, a cool thing to say, but also difficult when sitting in a car for a long period of time. We've got about 2 hours 15 left in this thing, so straight shoot now down to the ring. And I got to say, like, the amount of attention this car gets, it's insane. Just before I started filming this little piece here, some very nice Turkish guys came up to me and were asking about the car, and they taught me hello.
Hello. Merhaba.
Sorry, Turkish people. I am stupid in English. But just look at it. Like, in a normal car park. God, I tell you what, I wish I had the money for one of these. But getting to drive one, getting to do this anyway is... it's a pretty amazing experience. Anyway, just filled up again. 40 litres since you last saw me. About 80 euros or so. Some crazy amount of money. And yeah, hopefully that should be enough to get us to the ring. Fingers crossed. I know it's not the quietest place to be. I know it's not the most comfortable place to be. But this vibe of driving what is effectively a 60s race car through Europe is unmatched, it really is. If you had told me when I first made my first sim video on this car that I'd get to drive one to the Nürburgring for a race that I'm competing in, I would have probably shat myself, to be honest. Well, we made it to Germany, so making good progress. Now on your Autobahn. The bit that I've been looking forward to. All these amazing roads around the Nürburgring. The Eiffel region is just something special. Every road is like a rally stage. But of course, in traditional Nürburgring, no rain anywhere. As soon as they get hit, the whole place is wet. Es ist, was es ist. And we can just look at this place. Look at that. ridiculous, this, isn't it? You know, like, I was thinking to myself, as we were doing the man of water by myself, there was a guy behind me in one of those new Coopers. These electric cars are rapid nowadays, very quick indeed. Probably like quite easily outpace this thing. But I guarantee you I was having a hell of a lot more fun doing that than he was. I haven't driven this thing properly really in the wet, so let me know what to expect, except that I was going to deal with it. Doesn't seem phased by it at the moment, but I'm really trying to put it in for the rear tyre shift. So you take this off, you forget how loud it is, isn't it? I don't want this to actually drive appropriately in the full symphony of that V8 behind me. That's always got to be fast, you know. Sometimes you can just cruise and sound good.
And sometimes you got to just take the experience for yourself. For those last 50 miles or so to the Nürburgring, going through the windy roads of the Eifel region, it was just pure bliss, and I savoured every moment.
So we're racing this then, or what?
I would actually love that. That would be the best thing. I think genuinely we would be faster than the SB9s on the straight as well.
What's the top speed of it?
I mean, this would do 180, but because of gearing.
Miles per hour.
Yeah, so it would go faster than that.
Yeah. But do you want to? Would you dare?
I got quite close to that on the way down here, and it was pretty intense. So it's a continued production of the original car. So under license, it counts as a GT40. It's on the registry. 7-litre engine, Ford engine. It makes about 500 horsepower.
Crazy.
Something like that. 600 foot-pounds of torque.
Wow.
Looked after by the guys at Le Mans Coupes, who very, very kindly said, "Hey Jimmy, do you want to drive this down?" And I was
to
like,
the ring.
Yeah, all right.
I love the engine.
It has EFI.
Can we take the bonnet? Oh, ooh la la! Fantastic, beautiful. So 7-litre, you said.
7-litre, yeah. So it drinks a bit. But,
A bit.
To be honest, you go over.
And you told me it's on Bilsteins.
Yeah, it's a Bilstein shocks.
Wow.
So like.
Shocking.
I think this is definitely our car for next year, mate.
Yes. Nice. Angry.
Oh yeah, the reason why we're here, NLS 4. I almost forgot. We had an amazing race this time around, full of carnage, full of drama, and of course the changeable conditions that wiped out pretty much the entirety of the SB9 field. My video on this will be out very, very soon, so make sure you're subscribed, because trust me, you don't want to miss this one. And to round off an amazing weekend, it was time to go home, this time in heavy wet conditions, which the car didn't enjoy too much, but luckily for myself and Annie, it dried up and we were treated to just a beautiful drive back home and just trying to focus on taking in this once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Hello. So nearly done now. Just getting back on the channel tunnel thing. Le Châtel. I don't want to think about how much fuel this is used in this trip. A fair chunk, but you know what? Doesn't matter. I don't think so anyway. So far, and we've only got the trip on the other side left, this car has been absolutely faultless. Amazing. Like, I'll be honest, I kind of didn't expect it to be 100% reliable given what it is, but it's just been perfect the entire time. So this is nearly a clean sweep. Pole position, fastest lap, race win, and the GT40 made it. Couldn't be me. And then just like that, we're back in the UK and it's time to take this thing back. I've had it now for, well, God, how long has it been? Nearly a week, and it's been an amazing week. But unfortunately, as much as I want it to be, this car isn't mine, so I've got to go take it back to the lovely gents at Le Mans Coupes. Hello, G40. I've got to say, just what a joy it's been to drive this car and have the opportunity to drive it down to the Nürburgring. I mean, everything about this past weekend was just perfect, amazing. Getting to drive down to the best circuit in the world in what is, my opinion, the best car ever made, with the mother of my yet unborn child, to a race that we won, and then to drive back again. It's been such an enjoyable experience. Honestly, this car has been just everything, and I mean everything I thought it would be, plus more. And I mean, yeah, sure, you know, it's not the comfiest thing in the world, it's not very fuel efficient and all those other things, it's incredibly noisy. You cannot have a conversation in here between two people at anything above 40 miles an hour. But that's not what this car is. This car is unapologetic tribute, continuation, whatever you want to say, to a car that was capable of running 200 miles an hour plus for 24 hours at Le Mans. I remember a long time ago, James May made a video about a Lamborghini Countach and was like, never meet your heroes, this car is awful. And for this, I couldn't feel more opposite. This is an example of why you should meet your heroes and why this car is amazing. You get used to the gearbox being on your right hand side here, you get used to it being dogleg, you get used to the brake being quite snappy, and this car having a little bit of rev hang as well. This thing survived in massive summer heat, it survived in the wet, although admittedly it was a little bit scary in the wet, and the entire time I'm driving it I'm just feeling like every emotion I thought I'd never feel getting to be in this thing, getting to drive it, getting to experience it. But and the reactions that people have to it. There was some guy who looked like he was about to break down in tears when he saw this car go by. That is the reaction that this car gets out of people. It's more than just fiberglass, metal and engine. It's much more than that. I've got to say, when I first got in this thing, I was thoroughly intimidated. You know, we have an engine with 14 billion horsepower back there. We have me, I've driven some historic stuff now, but nothing like this, nothing with this sort of power and response. But after a little while, after driving it for a bit, you sort of understand that, you know what, actually, this is quite approachable. I mean, you do lack power steering, which you really do feel with this car, because the tyres are heavy and fat in this car as well. Very massive sidewalls, so they move around. You have to really pull the wheel to get it to turn in any sort of meaningful direction. But I don't know, I sell this stuff as like things that are factually true, not things that I care about in the slightest. I mean, this car just sat happily at 100 miles an hour on the autobahn. It did not care. It would have done that all day. And I've just got to say a massive, massive thank you to Ollie at Le Mans Coupes for making this happen. He made this happen, and I'm not sure he realises just how much this all meant to me to do this. I'll tell him as much before I give the car back, but for the sake of the video, I mean, trusting some rando with this beast and basically letting him fulfill a childhood dream is a very kind thing to do. So yeah, from the bottom of my heart, Ollie, thank you. Thank you so much, man. Well, goodbye GU40. What a journey it's been, and you've been absolutely faultless. One last embarrassment, trying to open this, press this button. I really hope they heard me coming because I got to get them stuff. Just normal things, you know. Just normal things. What a journey this has been. It made it.
Winner! Look at this.
Oh. Yeah, good. This thing was faultless, mate.
Dude, I'm really chuffed.
All the way there, all the way back, just amazing. So after nearly, I think it maybe is 1,000 miles in this amazing car, we are back here in the UK and back where it all started. And this thing's been absolutely faultless. I mean, what a journey, what an experience, what an opportunity to get to do this. I mean, I've said this many times during the video, I know, but I'm just gushing basically. It's one massive, just amazing moment for me, and to do it on such a special weekend is great. And I've got to try and figure out how to remortgage my house so I can have one of these somehow. I will never figure this. This was just everything I thought it would be. Oh. Bye GE40.
I feel like a bit attached.
Me too. So look, I haven't filmed it, it's too small. Bye.
Maybe you should buy it.
Maybe I should buy it. Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Go on. If you're broke, just say it.
I'm broke.